one of the resources that is in with the Investor Playbook is something that's just a practical resource that everyone should have. Again, it costs nothing. Is a instructional document for what to do should something happen to you. A lot of people have a trust and estate planning. Some people don't have that in place. But many people, if you're in charge of the finances in your house, I know for many people that could be the wife, so other people could be the husband. You might have 529 accounts that your spouse is not even aware of. No one else in the family even knows that you actually have three crypto accounts, and one's with crypto.com, and you have something on Zapper producing some income, and then you have Coinbase, right? Like, people wouldn't even know how to find that. You might forget halfway how to find all your crypto accounts at some point, right? So having all those logins, all those passwords, you might have a number two person in your company, and if something happened to you, maybe your company gets sold off for much less, or they put that number two person as a CEO. But you might have in your instructions like, hey, you know what? The number three person in the company will always do what's in our best interest every single time. So if something happens to me, you put them in charge, and you put my brother as the chairman, and you sign off on big decisions, and you can run with the skeleton crew and still make $250,000, $500,000 a year profit for the next 10 years to come. That might be more valuable than paying for a life insurance policy. Just having this document of like what to do if something happens. And mine is 7 pages long, and I'd give it to 2 people who wouldn't be the same 2 people on an adventure hike with you in Everest Base Camp or something, in case something bad happens, right? But it's just something I found that most families don't have family values. Most families don't have a game plan in these 3 areas. Most families don't have a document like this. These are just things that cost absolutely nothing, but add a lot of value. It's kind of like at the Billionaire Scaling Strategies event last month. The low-hanging fruit is, what are all the ultra successful people doing? Whether they're worth 10 million, 100 million, or if they're billionaires, all these people are doing this, but most of society does none of that. They're all doing these other things. That's what I'm going to pay the closest attention to. Just like for capital raisers, what do people like John from Fairbridge do, who's at $1 billion in assets under management now? What do people like that do who have won the game of scaling a platform using other people's money that all of those people do, but those who are new to capital raising, none of these people do that. And what we hear on stage all the time from our investors is they love it if what you do can be said in a very unique, compelling, high conviction way in a single sentence. You've got like 6 seconds to get my attention. You've got like 4 words in an email subject line to get my attention. Otherwise, they're moving on. Everyone's busier and busier every week, right? So that's the examples of things that cost no money. All these, and everybody should have a one-liner. Everyone should have a video from their founder explaining what you do on your website, your pitch deck, your one-pager. Everyone should have a one-pager and not just a pitch deck. Those are things we like to focus on here. So when I talk about our investor club being a perpetual learning machine, it's not just for you, it's for me too. If I wasn't still learning, I would just have Andres run the whole day and have guest speakers up here, and I would just spend the time with my family and not travel to come to these events, right? But every time I come, I'm learning and getting smarter, and I hope you are as well. And part of it is through the contributions from the small group exercises.
Join the Family Office Club by visiting familyoffices.com. We look forward to seeing you at our next live event.